Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mike here at Game from Scratch, and today we are talking about the PlayCanvas game engine. Now, if you're a regular to this channel, you've probably heard of PlayCanvas a number of times in the past. I'm actually a pretty big fan of it, and the reason why we're talking about today is because it has made a huge step forward in usability. So we're going to be looking at what has changed in PlayCanvas in just a second. But first, we're going to start off with a small demonstration of what PlayCanvas is, so you can know if you're interested at all. And what you see in front of you is, well, this is Sponsa. This is kind of the hello world of demonstrations. It's a level, kind of demonstrates lighting, shadows, and so on. And you've probably seen it in a number of different game engine. And what you're seeing right now, well, this is in my web browser. So that's kind of the idea behind PlayCanvas. This is an entirely web-based game engine, and they've done a really, really good job at creating the environment and the tools. So we're going to take a look now at the tools behind this engine. So here we go. We are now in the editor. You can see here, we can navigate around, place things in the world. I can select individual objects. So let's grab this guy's face here, and you can move things around, edit things in the world. I'm actually using a read-only version right now, so you're seeing I can't actually update in this version just because I haven't forked it. It's not a new project. This is a demonstration project that you can grab yourself. But you can see how things are organized here. It's built into components, a typical component-based engine. You've got the ability to import 3D models. It does a very, very, very good job of it. You've got lighting tools here. You can publish out to PlayCanvas to share it, or you can download it and host it on your own server. You are ultimately creating a web-based project here. There's kind of no getting around that. It is incredibly well documented. It is a pretty straightforward kind of game engine to work with. Over here, you can see your typical scene graph, all the things that go together to make it. Here are the assets in your world. You can drop in a new asset. You can either create one with the plus icon or literally just drop it in here. Everything is editable. All the properties are available. You see here a material, tons of different materials for it. Again, you're seeing everything grayed out here because I'm using one of the PlayCanvas examples. If I wanted to, what I could do is go ahead and fork this for myself and use it locally. All right, so that is a quick nutshell of what PlayCanvas is all about. Now, I've done a number of hands-on things with it in the past, so I'm not going to go into much more detail than that. I'll show you some in just a few minutes, but first we're going to get into why this update is pretty big. And basically, huge plan changes, so you now get more storage, more features for the same price. So they've really changed the way that PlayCanvas is licensed now, and it's going to make it a lot more usable, especially at the free tier. So creativity makes our world a better place. PlayCanvas unlocks creativity through collaboration, frictionless tools that enable everyone to build, share, and play together. PlayCanvas gets started with game development as simple as clicking on a hyperlink, no installation of available wherever you have access to a browser, easy shareable for real-time collaborative workspaces. Until today, some aspects of the platform have been limited or restricted. This just holds back the creativity of our community. So today we have some incredibly exciting news. We have updated our plans to make our tools even more accessible to everyone at all levels. So you see here we've got a free tier, which is $0 a month. Per seat per month. Like at $0, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Personal tier is $15 per seat per month, and organization is $50 per seat per month. And now what we're looking at here is you now get at the free tier, you get 1 gigabyte of storage, free hosting. You can export to HTML for your own self-hosting. So if you create a game, I guess it's going to be limited in size to 1 gigabyte, but you can now export that out and host it on your own website just fine. You have access to the REST APIs. It removes the PlayCanvas loading screen, offline archive and restore. Unlimited public projects, unlimited private projects is not available, and team management is not available. So those are the major things. When you jump up to the next levels, you're now getting unlimited private projects at personal, and then organizational, you get team management facilities. Plus, of course, you get a whole lot more storage. So free is 1 gigabyte, personal is 10 gigabytes, and organization is 50 gigabytes. So what we're seeing here is the free tier used to be 20 megabytes. It is now 1 gigabyte. So a 5 times increase there. Organizational is actually a 10 times increase, and then personal is a 10 times increase, and then organizational is a big increase as well. I know a lot of people do not like having forced branding at the front of a game, and just when your game starts, it says created with Unity, PlayCanvas, whatever. You can now remove that option, which is a good thing in my opinion, because forcing it on the free versions means that the projects that are going to be highlighting your game engine's logo are the ones that aren't paying, are probably going to be a lot more junkware and such. So you're advertising your engine poorly by having that forced limitation. And this is the big one here, is you can now download your own apps. So you can host them on your own server, or you could potentially wrap them in something it's not coming Cordova, some kind of a game wrapper, so you can turn it into an application and publish it elsewhere. So that's a huge change there, and you can make backups of your projects easily. And again, all of this changes at no cost. So it really has changed the way that Play Canvas works for the most part. You're looking at, again, you went from 200 megabytes to a gigabyte on the free level, and you can download your game and run it on your own server now. So all of a sudden, Play Canvas is a whole lot more usable to a whole lot of people. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about PlayCanvas, I've actually done a tutorial in the past. I've actually done quite a bit around PlayCanvas. I'm a fan of this. If I was going to pick a pure 3D HTML5 game engine, it would probably be PlayCanvas, if not Babylon JS. It's a bit of a toss-up between those two. They have very different approaches to the way you work in 3D, but they're both great engines. So I highly recommend PlayCanvas itself. And here's one of the examples I made in the past. You see here, it's a simple bowling game. I will link this on Game from Scratch, but you can actually play it. So you click here, and you can see here I can go left and right with my ball, and then spacebar. We throw. There you go. So it is a simple bowling game, reset, and there you go. This was sort of my 3D Hello World project. I created it for a couple of things. I created it for Unity, and I created it for Godot as well, if you're interested. I kind of walked you through the process of creating it. Some things have probably changed since then, but this is the kind of thing that you can create in 5 or 10 minutes in PlayCanvas. It's actually it's an impressive engine for sure. This is a multi-part tutorial, by the way. There's 2 parts here. I'll walk you through creating the ball, the pins, the collisions, and so on. And here you can see an example of what the scripting is like. So it's for some pretty straightforward JavaScript style code, and yeah, it's a nice engine. I definitely recommend checking it out. I do have a bit more in depth in this visit in this hands-on slash tutorial here. We'll walk you through creating a bowling game using Play Canvas, but definitely some big changes here in this announcement. It's nice to see that the free tier is a whole lot more useful, especially because of the fact, again, you can host your own projects yourself for free. And 200 megabytes, you really ran into a limit there fast, whereas it's a gigabyte definitely going to be better. And if you're using a lot more than a gig, well, maybe it does make sense for you to start subscribing. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this works for them, but definitely a nice improvement. Let me know what you think. And also, if you are working in the HTML5 3D space, is there something you're using other than those? There's other options like frameworks out there, like 3JS, but I'm wondering what you guys personally use. And if this is something, did you try out Play Canvas in the past? And will these changes to the licensing tiers make you more likely to try it again going forward? Let me know what you think, and I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.